singing Spanish songs.
Yeah, it was quite good.
good.
And Mr. Nichols and Anna did a duet thing, and it was really
I want the fire brigade, please.
Fire brigade. Select report of fire at Sweet Hillock Farm, Lossymouth. Sweet Hillock Farm. Is this in Lossymouth itself? It's approximately...
That's 2 miles from Lossymouth and Hopeman Road. It's a staging on fire.
Fire 2 miles from Lossymouth and Hopeman Road, Sweet Hillock Farm. Attached. Okay, then we'll get them along.
Mr. Nicholson. Lillian.
Hello, Foxtrot from station November 39, over. Station 7392, over. 7392, over. To Duffus, over. Duffus, over. Lossymouth, Hopeman Road, over. Lossymouth, Hopeman Road, over. Sweet Hillock Farm, over. Sweet Hillock Farm, over. Steading on fire, over. Steading on fire, over. Station 39, correct, time of call 1419, Foxtrot out.
Congratulations on the efforts in the courthouse and also in the timber yard. It was very well done indeed. I had some very nice comments from people on the fire ground saying how hard you worked. It was a very good effort indeed by all concerned. I'd also like to thank you all very much for your efforts over the open day. It was a super display. I think many people found it was the best we ever had. And of course, not least, thanks to the Lossy crew, who undoubtedly did a splendid job for us. To help the Lossymouth Fire Unit answer nearly 100 of their calls each year, the Gordonstoun crew is professionally trained. All that starts in Elgin. A fireman must gain confidence in his or her equipment. If you've climbed a ladder to the 4th floor of the drill tower, a chimney fire isn't so bad. The roofs don't seem so high.
Just get a ladder straight up on something, get gradually head down the highest point, get your line made up so that you're just putting through the line instead of pulling through the whole line. Get your feet down, right? Start lowering it out, get your crew directed for down below, pull but not pull too hard. And once you've got them out, if you've got the line right and under your foot, you can both lift them out. He is a heavy dummy. Get the weight on and the 3.
One point stressed throughout a fireman's training is the need to adapt and improvise. In Grampian, we have an excellent ambulance service, but the fireman's job is the initial rescue of the casualty to a safe position. That may involve using a seat base or a ladder as a stretcher and taking common sense precautions until specialist medical help arrives. Like any fire crew, each member must be able to carry out any function. In our case, boys, girls and staff have to work together and rely on each other. Pupils and staff have to learn the job together. You need a wide range of skills, and acquiring these takes up a lot of training time. First aid and resuscitation, dealing with hazardous chemicals, pitching the biggest ladders, often in cooperation with other fire crews, pumps and hoses, building construction and techniques of search and rescue, working in smoke and salvage. He or she must be able to cope with oil fires needing foam, fires in ships, aircraft, trains and cars. Car crashes happen now and again and can be unpleasant. You've got to do your best, sometimes working in very difficult weather conditions, sudden blizzards blocking roads and causing black ice. Traffic can pile up very quickly if rapid action isn't taken.
Well, I was driving home on about the only really nasty night last winter, and I was really quite frightened driving because the road conditions were appalling. And as I came out of the car park at work, I said to my friend I didn't know where the wheels were pointing because there was no friction between the wheels and the actual steering wheel. And as I approached this corner, which is a very nasty corner, I slowed up really very slow. And as I came round here, you've got to adjust the steering wheel again. And as I did that, I went over there, and then came rushing down, and I actually hit this telegraph pole here, going straight into it, smashing the pole itself. In fact, it's a hydro pole, not a telegraph pole. Snapped it in half. It only stayed up because the wires were holding it in place. But I was very lucky because if I hadn't hit the pole, I would have hit that great big boulder just beyond and probably taken the bottom of the car off. But we were, of course, stuck, actually wedged into the pole and couldn't get out of the car. And it was at that moment, we were very, very lucky, the Gordonstoun Fire Brigade came along and they took charge of the situation. Not only did they come and tell us we were all right, they were getting help, that we would soon be on our way to our nice warm hospital bed, but they also did more important, they stopped anyone running into us.
The latter half of Sunday morning sees a very different side to Station November 39. We take time out to inspect everything. There are 240 different pieces of equipment on the fire appliance alone, and 40 weekly checks to carry out. We polish the bodywork to look smart, but that's only half the story. As members of Grampian Fire Brigade, we have a reputation to keep up, but also if it's clean, it's going to work right. And it must work right 24 hours a day, 7 days and nights a week. Boys and girls check oil and water levels, tire pressures, radio and pump operation. Driving mirrors must be clean. When the crisis comes, it comes when you least want it, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, and a building on fire in the centre of Elgin. Many people think firefighting's glamorous. So often it's just sheer hard work, helping other firemen sift through dirt and rubble for valuables to be salvaged, struggling in smoke, dust and smell to stop the spread of flame, cutting away panelling to check it's out. You feel really sorry for people, ruined clothing, smoke-blackened furnishing, quite apart from structural damage. It's a privilege to enter private houses, kitchens, bedrooms, even the roof space. You learn never to criticize. You learn a lot from your fellow firemen, perhaps eating a hot pie, sitting on the pavement at 6 o'clock in the morning. When fire strikes, it strikes quickly, unexpectedly. Quite often it's a car or cars in a garage. The greatest danger is that fire may spread to adjoining buildings. Even the doctor's surgery is no exception.
Well, this was my first experience of a fire, and certainly my first experience of a fire on my own premises, and it was very horrifying. It just happened that I came out, I think it was about 7 o'clock at night, to post a letter, and it was absolutely pouring down with rain, and I called my wife out to come and have a look at what I thought was smoke from the chimney. I thought a chimney was on fire. But then I happened to look in the garage and saw the flames leaping from the bonnet of the car. So I hurriedly called my wife and told her to call the fire brigade and warn the hotel next door. Both the fire brigade from Gordonstoun and the local fire brigade were here very quickly, and I was very impressed with the speed of which they got the fire under control. However, by that time, of course, we'd lost 3 garages and 2 cars.
Photograph that my wife took immediately after the fire, or the following day rather, and as you can see, it was quite a mess. There were 3 garages here and a lot of outhouses further this way. The for sale notice was put there by some local as a type of joke. And there's another photograph of the same area.
We've been here now for about an hour, backing up the Lossiemouth crew as usual. Because of the size of the fire and the fact that there was a house fire, the farmhouse was on fire as well, we had 2 machines from Elgin, the regular unit as well, making a total of 4 pumps on the scene. The complication as well is that so much water is needed that we've had to make into a hydrant about 400, 500 meters down the main road.
Appliance mobile 1426. In attendance 1430. Crew 1 sub officer, 1 correction, 4 firemen.